Have you ever wondered if mermaids are really a myth? And did you know that whales used to be land creatures, hence they're classified as mammals, not fish? From a land full of ocean to a valley dried with fossil remains. This is Bedral Shuaib, and you are watching I've been to Egypt several times throughout my life, but I've always known Egypt for its pyramids and beautiful getaway beaches either at the Red Sea or Mediterranean Sea. But apparently there is more to Egypt than was just promoted for. While I was visiting some friends in Beni Suef, a local city more than 140 kilometers south of Cairo, I was enlightened about a valley called the Valley of Whales, or known as in the local tongue, Wadi الحيتان. As much as the name struck my interest, it comes with a pretty cool story and interesting facts that I didn't know about before. But first, let's drive down there to explore. We took a car and drove up to Wadi Rayyan protected area in Fayoum. But the valley is some 35 kilometers deep into the northwestern desert of Egypt beyond the entrance gates of Wadi Rayyan protected area. That you end up driving off the main road and onto a dirt road, leaving you by yourself with just desert all around. Basically, the only way to make it is you need to get a four-wheel drive. Right now we're in Valley of Whales, and it's believed that 40 million years ago this whole land and area was filled with ocean water, and as the years went by the water slowly started drying out until it completely became a desert. Driving up to the valley, and as you explore the area, you could even notice the resemblance of the land and valley to what once was the bottom of an ocean. This ocean back then was known as Tethys, which covered a lot of today's North African regions, making the Mediterranean Sea nothing but a small spot in a bigger ocean. It was first discovered between 1902 and 1904 when archaeologists from Europe came in to do some studies on this land or this whole area, and that's when they found whale bones or like other marine life such as sharks and crocodiles, and that's when they started doing more research. For 80 years since the first discovery, only paleontologists and some other handful tourists who are interested in paleontology used to visit the site, which back then was very hard to reach due to its location being around 150 kilometers away from the capital city, Cairo. The site started to gain interest right after the UNESCO assigned it as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2005, which motivated the government to focus on the area as a touristic location. Currently, the statistics record around 1,000 visitors each year, which breaks down to around 2 to 3 per day. So technically I'm like one of those 1,000 people for 2019. However, sustainable tourism is beginning to develop and grow in the area, and the four-wheel drive is alternatively being replaced by foot or camel treks. And that brings us to Sustainable Development Goal number 12, responsible consumption and production, which states the need to monitor sustainable development impacts for sustainable tourism to create jobs and promote local culture and products. The Valley of Whales is said to be one of the most significant fossil sites in the world. No other place in the world yields the number, concentration, and quality of such fossils, as is their accessibility and setting in an attractive and protected landscape. The fossils of ancient whales discovered here have helped answer important questions about the evolution of Earth and contributed to a better understanding of the evolution of modern whales. The Open Air Museum has 18 spots which you can walk around to explore and see the fossils in their nature of how they were discovered and found. There have been more than 400 fossils discovered so far, in addition to 1,000 more fossils which still have not been dug out yet. Furthermore, there is an indoor museum which provides the visitors with information and the history of evolution and discovery of the valley, as well as it has other fossils collected and put for display. And that's interesting. There's like other fossils. Aywa. And it's one of the interesting ones is mermaids. Here, let's see this. We have one here. Today, whales are air-breathing mammals that live in the ocean. Evidence from Wadi الحيتان showed that whales have evolved from four-legged land-dwelling mammals. But what might have caused these land mammals to enter the sea? Around 55 million years ago, global temperatures increased more rapidly and to a greater degree than at any other time in geological history. These changes would have pushed some land mammals to seek new habitats, and the shorelines may have become a more reliable place to find food. Over time, mammal species possibly evolved to rely on the abundance of fish and other foods in shoreline waters. Hence, being able to move efficiently underwater would have been an advantage. So as you can see behind me is one of the biggest or longest whale found. It is around between 18 to 22 meters long. And it's a full intact skeleton of, what's that? Basilosaurus whale. The evolution of whales from land-dwelling mammals shows that the evolution of life occurs over time in response to the conditions in which the species are living in. So with global warming taking effect in the present day and the threat of sea levels rising, reducing land area, do you think there will come a day where humans need to evolve and adapt to sea life? Let me know what you think in the comments. For visitors who like to camp here, like next to the Valley of Whales, there's a camping area, as you can see from behind me, and you can spend the night to see more, because the open museum is around 3 kilometers of walking, and then there's the indoor museum. Unfortunately, since this trip was not planned, we came a little bit late and we missed the closed museum, and we didn't make any plans for spending the night in camp or any other nearby area. But there's always another time. You have the option to rent the provided tents on site or bring your own tents to use for camping. So right now I'm at the top of one of the mountains nearby, and as you can see behind me, that's the whole area where the archaeological open museum site is, and here is the base. So anything beyond this point is all a UNESCO heritage spot. And as you can see the sunset behind me, which is very beautiful, and this is the mountain. Right now, I'm on my way to the airport to start my journey, starting with Africa. I would like to wish you a happy new year, and don't forget to join the adventure and follow the journey. So go ahead and subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share.